Hi everyone, I'm Mrs. Yeap. In this video, I'm going to share an important tip to improve our drawing skills. To make a realistic drawing or to be able to depict the materialistic of an object, we must first know how to identify the different tonal values we see from the surface of an object. Let me demonstrate quickly to you how tones are being identified quickly using a simple object I have here, an egg. If you would like to learn how to set up a simple lighting study model, stay till the end for the bonus section. Firstly, let's define the different areas with a tone. While drawing any three-dimensional objects, we need to know a few terms which should describe the tonal difference of each area. Using this picture as an example, the light is shined from the top right of the egg. We can see that there is a light area, and within this area, there is a spot which has the lightest tone. We call it highlight. Next, let's look at the darkest area, which we call it the shadow area. Within the shadow area, we have the darkest spot, which we call it the core shadow. Lastly, let's mark out the shadow casted on any nearby surface. This shadow is called cast shadow. Within the cast shadow, we can see a dark spot which has almost similar tone as the core shadow. This area we call it occlusion shadow. Between core shadow and cast shadow, there is an area which is slightly lighter than the two. As the area receives reflected light from the nearby surface, the area is called reflected light. The area between highlights and shadow is called midtone. Now, we will use the eyedropper tool to pick up the different tones in the different areas. As you can see, the tones identified in each area are different from one another. The ability to differentiate the tones with our eyes is the most important part to draw well, as it comes before the ability to draw shades and blend. Thus, it's very important for us to learn to see and observe before we learn to draw. Okay, now we have mapped out the different tones in the different areas. Let me do a quick shading on this digital platform to illustrate how three-dimensional qualities of an object can be created just by shading the different areas with different tones. To do this step on paper and pencil, you could check out my next video, which I will be demonstrating the steps in pencils. In the next video, I will also share more about the different shading techniques which most artists commonly use. Okay, now the tones are plotted in, the rough form is out. To make the form more realistic, we can blend the tones to create a smoother transition between the different tones. To do this with pencils, we will use paper stump or tissue papers to blend the different areas. Check out the next tutorial to learn more on this. Now, we all have learned the fundamental in tonal values which could help us to depict any three-dimensional form on a two-dimensional surface. To help all of us in improving our seeing, making a simple light box is a good to have in order to observe the object we are going to draw. Enjoy this bonus section which I demonstrate to you the simple steps to study the lights and shadow of an object under stage lighting condition. I hope this video is useful to you. Do check out the next video on how to shade in pencils. See you there!